All right, good morning.
Morning.
Let's go. You guys ready?
Yes.
No. How about all them leaves this morning? How about all them leaves? Woo! I can't wait to get into that.
Is that the iPhone?
Yeah. Why?
You want the mic?
I don't know. Do we need it?
I don't know if we need it, but
If you want to. You're the boss, bro. I'm just here. James all shaved up, looking nice.
I know, I didn't recognize him when he came in.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need it.
Are we on Google as well? Jess is on there.
I don't think we are.
We are now. Yeah. The church is on there.
So how do I get it to go where I want it to go? Oh, thanks. So, see? All right. Okay, let's make our way around, talk about some things, and then I've got some questions for you guys. Where's my vibe board? All right, Hannah, what news do you have for us?
We have $385,000 in the bank, and
Okay.
we have $397 in contracts in transit that we should be getting.
Okay.
Those two will have payoffs, but as of right now, we need $392,000 just to pay off the floor plan and pay rent and the payroll that's due this week.
Yeah.
So we are needing some money.
So
That's where we are.
basically you're saying we got to sell lots of cars.
Yes.
Get
lots of
everything
money.
funded as fast as humanly possible, and make some gross.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Nice. Can you guys do that? Okay.
We have been selling trades, so that's a plus.
That is a plus.
And since we can floor plan now, we may try to do some of our higher end trades going and floor them so that we can get some money that'll help offset this number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I text Hannah, was like, we like floor plan, his Tahoe, a couple of the more expensive
Higher end.
trades.
The
Yeah.
only thing we have to have.
Cash flow as we're getting going.
The only thing we have to have is the title, copy of the canceled check, and then they'll go on and floor it. But the problem is, a lot of these deals that I've gotten in trades, we don't have titles on them. So that's an issue.
All right. So today we need to do a title hunt.
Yes, we've already talked with a couple customers. One of them, it wasn't in his name, it's in his father-in-law's name. So we're trying to get a title for that.
Okay.
Once we get that, then I have one coming from Ohio. It should be here today or tomorrow. We can do that one, his Tahoe. That'll give us about $150,000.
Okay.
The rest of them, they're like 6,000, 9,000, 10. So it's not worth that.
Yeah. Okay. But we can do those bigger ones. Little cash injection.
Yep.
Floor those because we have space,
Right.
right, on the floor plan anyway.
Yes.
So floor those and keep moving
Yep.
without having to pull more cash from anywhere else.
Right.
Because that's the last thing I want to do for sure. Okay, now let's talk about this real quick, and we can turn that thing around. What's that? You can mic it up if you need to. Is it exclamation mark or no exclamation mark?
No.
No.
Ask me.
No. So Hannah, you got some numbers in front of you?
I do.
Okay. Okay, so We don't use the word expenses, right? Okay, monthly investments real quick. So rent,
Rent is 18.5.
18.5K, right?
Yep.
Okay. Obviously there's payroll, which is roughly how much
Payroll,
monthly currently?
about 160.
Okay.
That's without commission.
Okay. What else? Advertising.
Advertising is included in our American Express, and so I got the statement from Kara last week. It's about 69,000, but I don't know what the advertising is split up yet.
But monthly moving forward,
Forward.
we have
Car
currently
Gurus.
Car Gurus at like 15,
Yes.
Google's at like what?
Is it
Car Gurus is 1530.
Google, I think I heard Cirillo say 6K.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
6.
Facebook is around that range as well.
Okay,
6K.
monthly.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so is that about right?
I thought we were investing more right now.
I thought so too, but is that what you guys?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 6. That's what I.
Okay. Okay.
Is Fox's
It's like, what the
considered
hell?
that?
Get out of me.
I love you, Jessica Bailey. God, I love you. Okay, yeah, thank you, Jessica. Fox News is another 1,500.
They're hiring a
Yes.
fright night.
Listen, if you could see me, I look like a sport.
Okay, stop talking. Okay, I love you. Yes, Fox is another 1,500. What else? Is there anything else we're messing advertising on?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's say that's 35, right? Okay, what else?
So then we have, our warranty expenses, for remittance. I just paid 52,000 and we have another 17 we gotta pay, which that comes out of the bills, so that's fine. Stockyards credit card, it's about 15,000 a month. We're gonna start using it as gas cards. I got them all in the office, so.
Okay, you do?
Yes.
Okay, so 15K for gas
Yep.
and whatnot,
Yep.
gas miscellaneous. What about like, do we have any, electric bills?
Utilities are about,
Utilities?
3,200 a month.
Okay. So as far as operating this place, or net operating expenses monthly, you've got rent, payroll, marketing, ancillary, and utilities, right?
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Then we have all the parts and stuff. And parts is for the ROs, that's quite a good money.
That goes into our cost
It'll go
of
in our
our
cost.
though,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that,
So we just have to make money on the deal.
correct.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the monthly net. So like,
So
the
what we
doors do
should
not
be-
shut,
Yes,
we have to pay rent,
yes.
we have to pay utilities or we don't have power,
Yep.
we have to market or we don't have
That
leads.
leads. We have to pay our people.
And we have to pay our people or we don't have people. Which we're gonna go into that in a little bit. And then we have to pay for
The miscellaneous kind
the
of gas.
miscellaneous items.
Yep.
Is there anything else? Okay. Wow! Did you see that? That was amazing. Okay, so how much is that?
Get a calculator out.
221.5.
Say it again.
221.5.
I got 230. I got 230.
So what is it? I can do it real quick. All right, 195, 210, 228, 231.5. Okay, so let's stretch that a little bit.
Then we keep anything else, yeah.
Let's stretch that a little bit. Okay? So it takes $250,000 a month
Just to open the door.
just like for us to be open. Okay? $250,000 a month. Now, keep it simple, sweetheart, as my wife said this morning on the thing. She didn't call me stupid, just sweetheart. Keep it simple, sweetheart. Okay, so 250,000 a month. So we have to generate more than that in gross every month moving forward in order to stay in business. Our initial investment that we made to get this whole thing launched, the initial investment that we made, we've run through it, right? The initial investment of $650K plus a card, right? 700 grand, right? Our initial investment to get this place off and running, like, we've done it. We got furniture, we got all the stuff back over the service building, we got things painted, so on and so forth, right? So we've made that investment, and so now it's just real simple math, right? 250K a month, keeps the lights on, keeps the doors open. So let's break that down. Let's break that down real quick into how are we gonna, like, where are we gonna generate this, right? So we have to generate that through sales and service. These are the two ways we generate that. Is that correct? Okay. So service, we're working towards getting some customer pay. Once we get another lift in, but it's still gonna be months out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, at least for a few weeks, next game, essentially.
Yeah, so maybe at the end of this year, early next year, we should be able to do some customer pay, which will help. Until then, there's really no way we can generate dollars out of service, right? So for right now, they can't contribute dollars wise as far as the overall gross, but they will be able to come next year. So we gotta do it over on this side. So how many, what are we running right now on front and back?
778, 787.
So we're at where?
787. So far this game.
Yeah. 787 total front and back. Okay. Plus 899,
Yep.
right? Plus,
The 700 tax.
okay, so what's that number? You guys want me to do that one too? Okay, she's like, sure. Alright, so
2386.
2200, 2286. 2386, yep. 2386. Okay, so 250K divided by 2386.
105.
What is it?
105.
105? Okay. So at your current numbers, we have to sell 105 cars every 30 days. So our bills are on 30-day cycles, whether we want to be on 6 weeks or not, right? So at current numbers, we gotta sell 105 cars every 30 days just to stay open. That does not put any additional profit, it does not put us in any position that's like nobody gets any commissions because they're
Yep.
hitting bottom level, like that's just baseline, right? What are we tracking for September?
I'm not sure. We'll have to pull it
I
up.
know you've got it by 6 weeks, but what does Drive say, how many do we have sold?
Yeah, 15 sold so far. You talking about the month?
He was asking for the month of September.
I think it's like 70 something.
70 exactly.
70? So what's the difference?
35.
A car a day.
35, and what's 35 times 2386?
$83, 510.
83 what?
510.
Okay. Okay. So, negative 83, we're $83,510 short in the month of September of being able to open the doors in the month of October. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying we're not opening the doors in the month of October, just so it's clear, we are opening the doors today and tomorrow. But I wanted everyone to get a very simple picture, because it can get a little complicated with all the different things, right? There's lots of different math and lots of different numbers. You've got floor plans, you've got interest, you've got parts moving around, you've got service, and you've got people, and you've got events, and you've got marketing, you've got ads, you've got leads, you've got deals, and you've got all this stuff, right? People, babysitting, all the things, processes, all the things. So it can get really, really complicated. So this weekend I was like, okay, I gotta make sure everyone on the team knows and understands the very simple, basic, what keeps the doors open and what closes the doors. Because I think it's super important that everybody knows that. 105 cars a month based on our current structure keeps the doors open, which is what, 150 something every 6 weeks. Keeps the doors open. Obviously our goal is what? 324 every 6 weeks. How fast we're gonna get to that goal, I don't know. Never done it before. Was hoping we were there already, right? Don't know exactly how long it's gonna take, but I do know that anything less than this number puts everything in jeopardy. It puts everything at risk. Now, are there things we could reduce? Well, we could reduce this, right? This is your ad budget. We could reduce that, but if you reduce that, what happens?
Get less leads.
And how great are we currently at digging up our own leads? I personally wouldn't want to bank on that yet. We can teach our teams to be better at that, but I wouldn't want to bank on that yet. Okay? So, this is just like real basic stuff, and that's not with us doing anything super extra. That's just basics. We gotta get to this number here. So, today is September 30th. Great. We are 2 weeks into our 6-week stretch. We've got 4 more weeks, which is the equivalent of what? A month, right? So, oh, we're 1 weekend. Okay, so we have 5 more weeks.
That's Sabbath.
That's right.
Yeah, there's 6, well, really, there's 6 weeks.
Correct, because of that 7th one, right? We cannot successfully go more than 4 weeks. We can't take more than 4 weeks to sell 100 cars. That's really what it comes down to. We just can't. We can't take more than 4 weeks to sell 100 cars. And I think we're in a great position to be able to make that happen. So let's talk about that a little bit. I've got some more stuff for up here, but I wanted to start there so everyone has that picture. And then let's go over to Casey real quick. Casey, give us some updates. And can you bring me that computer so Jess can hear her?
Yeah, so as everybody I'm sure has noticed, the leads have really picked up finally.
Yes.
So,
One more time.
So definitely thank you all for your patience. It's tricky in marketing. You know, you can only pull so many levers at once, and then each of those levers, it takes time to measure and see if that's been effective. And luckily, on Friday, I started a campaign, or it went live Saturday morning. I kind of hit the jackpot, and I figured out the switch that was going to turn everything around, which was to stop sending people to the website. So now all of our leads are being generated through a Facebook form, and that has seemed to be the fix. Since Saturday, I haven't even checked in the past 15 minutes, but about 70 leads. Yeah. Which is more than I would be generating in a week in the last campaign.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will continue. I feel like it will, at least for a while. There will be days where not that many are coming in,
Sure.
but I do feel like that this is the change.
Well, and you're
for
not
now.
investing much, right? Like, what is your
Yeah.
cost per lead right now?
It's around $675.
$6.75 a lead.
Yeah,
Right
and I've
now,
actually,
which is
so,
crazy, bro.
yeah. I did have the ad budget. We ran that test for that 7-day
Yeah.
stretch where we were spending $450 per day. Still weren't really seeing any results. Right now I'm spending $200 a day.
Yeah.
And seeing
Massive.
over an 800% increase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's really working. It does make me question the website.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's an issue there.
Correct.
Because even before we were getting the clicks, you know, we were getting hundreds, sometimes thousands of clicks per day on the ads, but just,
Not
you
converting.
know, 6 leads. That was about the average, 5-6 leads per day. And I was talking to Dylan a little bit about this earlier. My first instinct is telling me that we're just giving people too much information on the landing pages. There's no reason for them to submit a lead. They're getting everything they need there. So I don't know what we take away to leave them wanting more, to have them want to put in a lead. I don't know what that needs to be exactly. We talked about removing the shopping tools.
Yeah.
So maybe we start there.
Well, I think that there's too many variables right now to know
Yeah.
what's going on. I just found out this weekend, and is this computer hooked up to the internet? Can I use it? I just found out this weekend, and I want to verify. What's up, Brandon? My man. How's those Pokemon streams going? Oh, you haven't? All right. Well, I hope they go well for you moving forward. Oh, there's a mouse. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go right here. Okay, so here's one thing I did not know until just recently. So 2024 Nissan Altima 2.5 SR. Description, meet Rise, I guess is the stock number, Rise 24. It's a 2024 Nissan Altima 2.5 SR. Here's the VIN number. Exterior color, doesn't even say. Interior color, doesn't say. Odometer, 5024. This vehicle has been inspected by our ASE certified technicians that preformed is what it says here, not performed, preformed. I can't even read it. This vehicle has been inspected by our ASE certified technicians that preformed a lube and, not A&D, AN oil change and safety inspection. Financing is important to everyone. Good, challenged, or no credit. At 800% Elite Auto Sales, we work with over 50 financial institutions to help you decide the best payment that fits your budget. Take complete control of your deal by clicking I'm interested. Our primary goal is your complete satisfaction. We believe in being transparent, clear, and convenient through the buying process by explaining all agreements in detail and ensuring you understand every aspect of your purchase. We aim to make the experience seamless and stress-free. Then when you go under safety and security, it talks about a couple things, technology and telematics. It talks about a couple things. Okay, so that is our description. And then features and specs. Okay, it does happen to have some features spec. Okay, so that's the Nissan Altima 2024. Okay, now let's go to the 2023 Honda Sonata Limited. Let's go to that one real quick. Okay. Okay, you ready? Description, meet Marty 24. 2023 Honda Sonata Limited. Exterior color onyx. Black interior color black. Odometer 42,669. Here's the description. This vehicle has been inspected by our ASE certified technicians that preformed a lube and no-D oil change and safety inspection. Financing is important to everyone. Okay, hold on. Now let's go to this 2022 Genesis. Meet Battles 24. This vehicle has been inspected by our ASE certified technicians that preformed a lube and oil change and safety. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? There's no descriptions on these cars at all. Like it's just whatever blank template that we've got across all of them. How should that description read? Who's done descriptions before? How should it read, Sam?
There should be something catchy in there. There should be something that gives you like a little about why should you buy this car?
Yeah, it should tell you about the car. It should describe the car.
Yeah, like we were on the call last week, the owner's call, he was using the AI, he was using Elena to go and do his descriptions. However, he said he was also throwing in the very first line with something catchy about the
Right.
car to try to grab somebody's attention, the hook.
Yeah, we got to tell the story. But actually, our description currently says nothing about the car. All it says is that it's an ASC certified technician preformed a lube and oil change.
Well, where's your boy?
I don't know. But, and like, I'm not blaming anyone, just so everyone knows. Like, I looked at this website for the last 2 months and did not notice that every vehicle has that as the description versus an actual description of the car. Hey, this low mile vehicle was purchased and driven right here in Lexington, Kentucky by a little old lady who drove it 2 miles to and from the, pharmacy to pick up her pills so that she could take care of her 18 grandkids. Like, that's what's supposed to be in there. And I just never even looked. And I just found out that this weekend. So back to what you were saying, that's obviously a clear variable. Somebody gets to the website and that's all they get. I'm not, and really it says the only reason to click I'm interested would be to take complete control of my deal. Maybe I don't want to take complete control of my deal. Maybe I just want to know if it's available or not. So I think that that's a part of it. And then of course we talked about pictures last week, right? Beer cans that were in the back, the hairy knee. The hairy knee was my favorite. I'll remember that one forever. The hairy knee photos, so on and so forth. If I'm a customer, think about it real quick. I'm Mr. Customer. Hey, I'm Mr. Customer. I can buy a car at 6,000 different places. I come across this 800% Elite Auto. What is this? I go on, they've got 44 reviews. Oh, well, that's not very many reviews. I don't know. They probably faked that. They got 41 people that work there. So I got 44 reviews, right? Then I go over to, say the lead came in. Lead comes through Facebook, boom, I clicked it. Then I go over to the website. I see hairy knees and there's no descriptions on the cars and I got 40 reviews. I might be interested in the car, but is this a chop shop? Is it I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And because nobody knows what we are, we have to be like ridiculously professional on that side. We got to dot all our I's and cross all our T's because they already have red flags up because they don't know who we are. So one thing off and we're toast. You know what I'm saying? So right now her leads are coming through like crazy because they're just seeing a car and then they're just going to a form and boom, they're giving us info. Now, so we haven't had a chance to screw it up is the reality. They haven't landed on our website to give us an opportunity to screw it up. And so we're getting their info. Now these are higher funnel leads. So sometimes what you're gonna find, and it's really important that you talk to your team about, is sometimes what you're gonna find is they're gonna put in an email that's not a real email, or they're gonna type it fast and mistype something, or they're gonna put a phone number just because they wanna get some information, but they don't really want you to call them yet or whatever,
And
right?
they're on their cell phones more than likely, so it's really easier to miss it.
Yeah, or they'll miss a digit or whatever. Like there's gonna be a lot of that and your team's immediately gonna go, these are bad leads, these are bad leads, these are bad leads. And you immediately have to be like, no. These are human beings that are interested in these 2000, what? Is it cussing at you?
I don't know. He's up top his computer and he forgets his
What about it?
glasses, so it's
That's where it's coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where
I think that's what he's on over
Well, you
there.
told me Saturday, find them on Facebook if you have to. Reach
Yeah.
out to them that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a name. Once we get a name and we know that person's interested in buying a car, they might not be thinking they're ready to buy a car today. And when your people call them, they might go, oh, I was just kind of browsing, just kind of looking around. I'm not actually in the market for 6 months. Our response to that is not, okay, bad lead. Our response is, like, our job is to explain to them why they need to do this now, not 6 months from now. We have to create urgency. The customer might not have urgency. We have to create urgency.
Got it.
Now, I'm not saying all leads are going to be like that. A lot of these are going to be people raising their hand ready to buy a car. But I've seen it before where the frontline sales department, because they do require a little more work, and they're not just, hey, I'm ready to come in and buy a car 2 hours from now. You have to make sure to set the tone like, hey, every one of these is a living, breathing human being, whether we have the right number or not, or the right email or not, whether they're ready to buy today or not. Every one of these is a living, breathing human being that is in the market to buy a car right now. That's your role.
And I can hop on Facebook and if they get somebody like that and find them and message them from our business page. So.
Totally. Yeah, totally. Finding people on Facebook, using Google. A lot of dealerships will never do those extra things. We start doing those extra things. Dylan and I were talking about it this morning. Going to somebody's Facebook page, commenting on their posts, building a relationship with people. Like if somebody posts something on Facebook, why did they post it on Facebook? Does anybody know? They want people to see it. And then what do they go back and check every hour?
Comments and likes.
Comments and likes. So if you're the person that's jumping in there and commenting and liking, you're serving what they want. You're serving them and building a relationship. It's not, we're past the days of buy a car, buy a car, buy a car. And now we're in this time of like, oh, I see that you had twins. That's awesome. Oh, congratulations on your kid just graduating, whatever. That's super cool. And by doing that, then when they go to buy a car, they think of us. So all of these leads is an opportunity for us to build relationships with these people. Is really what it comes down to. Anything else on that, Casey?
Yesterday when I was in the grocery, I was going to tell you all this. This guy told me that he was looking for a truck. He ended up going to Dan Cummins about 3 weeks ago because he seen my shirt. I had a 800% t-shirt on.
Yeah, you did.
And one of my friends was asking me what I was doing here, and I was telling her, and he was like, "You mean you're a car dealership?" I said, "We have one in Lexington," and he said, "I did not see 800% on anything." He said, "I googled used car dealerships," and he said, "I'm going to tell you that Dan Cummins came up and other places came up." He said, "I didn't see it," but he told me he would keep us in mind for his daughter's car because he's going to be coming back in a couple months to get her one.
Yeah, beautiful.
But he's like, I tried to pull up everything and I did not see that. And I said, well, we're kind of new, trying to iron things out. So,
Well, the thing about Google especially is like you can't just buy your way in to ranking. There's 1,000 metrics around whether or not you're going to show up in people's searches. How many reviews you have, how many other things linked to your pages, name recognition, has the business been validated, has the address been validated, are all these, like there's all these validations because Google, their job is to provide good quality results for the people that are searching. And so we're like babies in the internet world, and we're up against the second largest used car franchise dealership in the United States of America. Like they have all the weight, bro. They're gonna show up all the time. And then we're up against all these other stores that have been in business for 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, whatever. Like they're going to show up before us no matter how much money you throw at it until we get more people talking about us, posting about us, sharing about us. Like we don't always have to be the smallest dog on the block, but we are the smallest dog on the block. And so we have to do things like frickin' Alex, who's out there. Did you guys see what Alex Coyne did yesterday or this weekend?
How was he mowing when it's been raining?
He went and freaking mowed people's yards for free if they needed a mow. Right. He just went and mowed their yards, and then when they said, how much do I have to pay you? He said, nothing, just if you're ever in the market for a car, buy from me. Wearing his little 800% Club Polo. Like, that's the kind of stuff we have to do. We got to make lots of noise. I've got some other ideas which we'll go into on other ways that we can make lots of noise like that. But just remember, we are the tiny little dog, and even if we had $1 billion, we're not going to show up on first in Google for a long time.
So I just pull it up, and it shows short revenue.
Yeah, it still does that.
On Google, like it just shows,
Yeah.
it doesn't even show 800.
It's because Short Redmond has more reviews. And
But it shows our
stuff
address.
on Google.
Right, it shows our address with the wrong brand, but
Right,
like he's
yeah.
saying,
It's because that's the address that Short Redmond was. mean,
when you
it's-
call that, it goes
Goes
to
to a
their,
Tim Short, we try it back in front.
it goes to Tim Short stores.
And that account's inactive, but it's still, it still exists, and they have more weight on Google than we do right now.
Yeah. So we're helping drive leads. If you notice, a couple of Tim Short stores broke records the last 2 months. We're helping drive leads their way, which is just part. It's just part of it. There's nothing we can do. So I think there's a lot of variables to the website. So I can't necessarily say exactly what it is yet. But first things first is we have to get it at least to have all the things it's supposed to have, and then we can figure that out. But anything else?
That's it.
All right, cool. It's already 9:10, so I don't know if we'll go like one by one, but I will say if you have, before I go off on stuff, who has urgent things they need to bring to the table?
And based
Zach?
on the funding thing with Hannah, we have about 280 to 300 in funding deals that I'm gonna dive into now. So
Okay.
we should have that money coming in shortly. Going forward, we should be able to fund under 7 days. There's a couple deals that we have that I got thrown at me, I guess, from Friday that were
Handed, tossed to you nicely.
Yeah. So which there's some stuff on it. I don't know how it got through, but we'll get it fixed up. So, but we have some money. We should be getting in hopefully by Friday. So.
I have one deal that we need to look at. Apparently the down payment was 11.5 and we only collected 11 from the customer. So we need to look at that and see. I don't see anything in asset cost or any other notes. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and I've noticed we have some deals that we were missing payoff addresses, like that one. There was no payoff address on there, and then there's some deals that we're not putting any kind of notes when we send it back to finance. So like commission, if we are, holding down payment, it's just kind of just giving back, and then the only note that's on there is if I collect cash or whatever. So I think we need to do a better job of kind of getting those deals, noted, so that way other people that go in can see what's going on. Also, from you, if I could, when you send payoffs, if you could put the tracking and how much we sent in the notes, so I don't have to call you every time to figure where it's at. It just makes it easier for, I think, for both parties. So,
Especially like until we start scanning in deals.
Right.
We need to put it
I
in.
gotta figure out that with dealer track because they're
Yeah.
charging us.
Until then, I mean, like for our like on a due bill, anything that's on a due bill, we need to put that in the notes. Like
Correct.
nothing promised, nothing due, or fixing blah blah blah, and you don't have to quite add it to cost. If that's what we need to do, that's what we do. But definitely need to put that in there because I mean we're just flying blind. I mean Alex came to me with one. We're doing blah blah blah, and I have no idea what's going on with it. So that way we can all see what's going on with it. Until it's scanning deals, and I can then click on something and see what the due bill says.
Yeah, last Monday we talked about someone being the due bill champion and really getting clear on our process. Did we do that? Did anybody jump on that?
I didn't know that.
So we need, what is our current process and what are all the pieces and how do we make sure it works? Because our customers are the ones that get the bad, they're the ones that get the short end of the stick if we don't have a process. So let's make sure that happens this week and that it includes the components like what you just talked about, making sure there's notes, like you were just talking about, notes on the screen so anybody can go in and know what's happening with those particular due bills. Because we're going to start having a lot of those. Because you guys are going to start selling lots of cars, right? Now that we got lots of leads too.
Like 60 days for them to get it done, or what we do? We need to discuss that too.
That's a discussion we had.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think 30 days. 60 days is just too long.
I mean, 30 days seems.
That's a long time for me too. I mean,
30 days.
I say 10 or 15.
If there's an issue
But
with
if
someone's
it's
car,
something
like,
else.
they need to,
Yeah,
they need to get it fixed.
Yeah.
We can't.
got to have it quick.
Right, because that small issue could lead to something bigger, and then they're going to
No
expect
doubt.
us to fix that too.
Yeah.
We need to. I think 14 days, 2 weeks is fine.
Well, the only reason I say maybe 30 is service. If service has inventory coming in, like they've got their, just to make sure that they have time to.
Well, if it's
to get it.
scheduled, that's one thing. I'm saying maybe not complete, but at least scheduled.
Yeah.
If we have to order parts or something, like they need to have it back within 14 days to have service at least look at it. And if we have to wait on a part to fix it, you know, I mean, that's,
Yeah,
but
I'm
they've at
cool with
least
that.
brought it back in, you know, within that 2 weeks to at least get it looked at and see what we need to get. If, I mean, some parts do take longer to get. So, you know, if that goes past the 14 days, that's not the customer's fault. But not bringing it back in, at least having it looked at within the first 14
Sure.
days is the customer's fault.
I agree.
Due bills are blank checks, I mean.
They can be if we're not very clear and, you know,
We do
set
need
the
to
right
get a handle
expectation
on
for
that.
customers.
Yeah.
It absolutely can just.
So
be-
who's our champion? Who's gonna be the due bill champion?
Right here.
Yeah, my man. All right, Tom's our due bill champion. So he'll make sure, and obviously that includes the card tool piece and all that.
Can we
Okay.
make sure that salespeople are doing the payoff authorization form and making sure that we get account numbers, addresses? If I don't have that paperwork, then they send us checks back.
Yeah, what's the solution? Does everybody know?
Every line, every time.
Every line, every time. Real simple. Every line, every time. Don't even let it get through the desk or to finance unless it's all filled out.
And titles, gotta have titles.
Yeah, every line, every time.
Title, we're charging $50.
Right
Yeah,
there,
it's
right
like
there.
It's
And
like
they
a
can
holding
go to
state,
the
right?
clerk and pay 10, but I'm charging
Yes, it
50
is.
because of the hassle we gotta go through to get it.
I like it.
That's right. Evan and Josue. So Kelly left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kelly left. So what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
We're rolling.
Yeah. Well, like, what's the plan? We're gonna run?
Sway's gonna take the lead and run the department.
Okay.
Right now, he's got enough capacity to do the amount of deals that we're doing, so I don't see it fair in any aspect to promote anyone or put anybody in that position, even before what happened with Dan Lee. Like, that was gonna be my decision anyway, or my thoughts. I obviously don't have all the final say, but that was my thoughts, and I think that this way you can voice your opinion, but I think you can run the department. I think it can be cleaner than it was. I think he wants it, so I say, let's do it for now, maybe groom up somebody else for the time being, get them used to seeing deals and paperwork and all that kind of stuff. Because when we do sell 300, then we can have somebody else.
Yeah.
I did talk to Corey. I mean, he's fine with, stepping in on my day off. If I was doing some deals, he's gonna I'm gonna walk him through the menu and stuff today. But I mean, he's seasoned with it. He knows how to do it, everything like that. So,
I already emailed RC, he's getting me logins too, so.
yeah. So, I mean, really with the team that we have here, I mean, everybody can kind of do finance and deals if we have to.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna probably do for my schedule. I'm probably gonna do like more late-ins because we're not really crazy until like 11.
Sure.
Probably not gonna do early outs and then just take my day off and work it that way until we get to where we need to be.
Okay. I like that idea. I think that works for me. Puts you in a better position also, so you can get the reps that you're used
Yeah.
to getting, and the activity that you're used to getting,
Can
and
we
you can eat.
implement like what we were talking about, the deal? So up front, the sales manager, you guys exhaust it to everything of your abilities, sign off on it, and hand it to another manager, preferably Josue or somebody that's in finance or has been, get different aspects and perspectives of the deal. I just think that's a really good idea to make sure that everybody's on the same page. This is a dead deal. It's not going anywhere. We've had multiple eyes on it and signing it. I think that was really cool to be implemented back in the day.
Yeah.
Holds the accountability and pushes other people to try to get it done so they're not passing it off. Like, I just think that would be a good
Yeah.
thing to be
I
implemented.
got no problem with that.
Yeah, me and Tom have been working great with that.
I
So,
mean, let's face it, we're all competitive. If Tom hands me a deal, it's like, hey, I can't get this done, damn it. I wanna get it done, just like I feel like I got it done.
Absolutely.
So Zach, you're the GM over there. Is this policy, or we good? Not policy, but is this what we're doing?
Yeah, I like it. I think that's the best thing. I think it's in the best interest of the company right now. I think that you said it gives Sway the swings he's used to. Gives him the ability to make up, for our heavy subprime load that we've been putting on F&I.
Yeah.
So that'll, give him some more prime deals to touch to help him get his PBR up. So
Okay.
yeah, I think it's great. And,
So we'll run it that way, and 2 sales managers have to sign off before a deal is considered dead.
2 managers.
2 managers have to sign off before a deal is considered
I mean,
dead.
I would like it just because I like the competition part, but
Yeah.
I go home at night feeling like I'm failing the company. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not getting all the deals. So I mean, somebody coming behind me and helping me, like maybe I am missing stuff. I mean,
Right.
just because I'm doing stuff. It's not going to bother me at all. I mean, like that's
Yeah, it's not an ego thing, it's
no
opportunity.
It's not. I mean, if we sell extra cars and I missed a deal, I don't care.
Yeah, everybody's
we have sold a car. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that matters to me. I mean, like.
Can we do the same thing on making sure that every customer talks to manager before they ever leave
Oh, yeah. I
on
think
that side too?
I feel like we made the triplets kind of doing that a little bit more. Maybe we need to get more involved. I mean,
Well, I think that, yeah, I mean, you guys have some wisdom and experience. Your triplets are much younger, and I think they need a lot of training still, a lot of training.
And on that topic, I don't mean to interrupt you, but on that topic, I sat with the triplets, was it last week sometime, and they're begging for training, and not that you guys aren't giving them training, and maybe they're not searching in the right places, I'm not blaming anybody, but they want to learn more, and they want to learn aspects, and even though they've been certain places and done certain things, that they feel like they need more guided training every day, which they might get it, I don't know, I'm not in the meetings every single day or in the trainings, but they want more guidance on what they're supposed to be doing and how they're supposed to be doing it, instead of, hey, go do this. They want you to show them how to do it and waste it. Not that you're not, and again, you might be doing everything, but that's their opinion.
I got.
Or maybe we're not doing everything.
Maybe we're not.
I got the same thing from when I talked to the triplets this past week too.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. They kind of like were really like responsive. They just wanted to like know. They just wanted more. So like, and once again, I talked to you guys. You guys said, well, we've talked about that. We've trained on that, but maybe we just need to spend more time with them. I don't know, but I got the same exact.
And at the end of the day, they gotta sell cars.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
That's their number
I was just kind of
one
letting
thing.
everybody, talk and throw their opinion on it, which I agree with all of it.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, I mean, they're not selling cars right now.
Right.
So yeah, I want to teach them how to desk deals. I want to teach them how to do finance. I want to teach them all those things. But if they can't do the thing that should be basic to them as triplets and generate some business and sell cars, like, I mean, I
think
And that's the
just
talk I
need to
had
use-
with Clay and Dan, is the fact that you guys gotta sell cars, that's how you guys get paid, and without
Right.
selling cars, the rest is kind of nothing, you need to like, maybe even talk to the managers about backing off, which I talked to you guys about like the appraisals, about backing off a little bit of some of this stuff.
We
so you
did.
can focus on selling, I know you did, so you can focus on selling more cars, so, I mean, it's just where it comes down to.
and I mean, conversely, one of them was telling me that they were doing too much. So I mean, like, I get they want training and all that, but I mean, like, they're also. We had a meeting with them. I mean, they literally one of them sat there and talked out of both sides of the mouth, like doing too much. I want more. Doing too. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like,
Yeah, I feel like-
something we got to figure out. But I mean,
I feel like they want more of, like I said, learning how to desk deals and do
I
finance.
don't even
And
think
they're
that,
anxious
I
for
think
that.
they're okay and they know selling cars, but I think we just need to reiterate as many times as we can. All that other stuff you're worried about, stressed about doing, all the things a triplet does, just sell cars.
Yeah.
Like, and then we can learn that stuff. I think they just need help. They're selling cars, like prospecting and all that, like the basics.
And that's what we've been training on.
Yeah.
Because my conversation I was just about like, TOs, wasn't about like dusting deals or finance.
Yeah.
We were probably a half hour talk just about like TO and deals, like how to actually go about doing that, how that should actually go into the deal as far as like the TO and that side of it. So, what even about like working the desk for finance and things, so.
I think that a lot of people need to take accountability for their own shit. That's what I think. On all sides. I think everybody in this organization, including myself, has to take a big look in the mirror. We have to put down any, I don't know, ego, pride, whatever words you want to use, and we have to go, you know what? We created an environment with, no schedules and, all these things, but they require, in order to work, it requires a ridiculous level of discipline and professionalism from leadership to every person in the organization has to go above and beyond in order for it to work, like including me. I told James yesterday. James, by the way, lives with me, so he gets you guys get this much of me, he gets that much of me, he gets it all. But I told him yesterday, like, I feel like I've been on summer vacation, sleeping a little more than I normally sleep, not being as disciplined with my fitness routines as I normally am. I do my gratitude goals. I do that stuff every morning, but like I was learning to drum all the way through August, and then I was gone 28 days in August, so that kicked me off my schedule. So I haven't been practicing my drumming. I've been running around with the kids a bunch, and so I've been eating out of gas stations like crazy, bro. Like I had 3 chocolate bars and 2 bags of chips one day. One day, right? And so
I call that Tuesday.
yeah. But, when I look in the mirror and I go, am I a mirror image of excellence? When it comes to my conversations with you guys, am I a mirror image of excellence? When it comes to my daily habits and routines, am I a mirror image of excellence? When it comes to the impact that I want to make and the urgency with which I chase it, am I a mirror of excellence? I've been reading Elon Musk's book right now. I'm 7 hours in. It's a 21-hour Audible, and I am fascinated by every second of it. And the intensity with which they went after their goals, the targets that they set and the intensity that they went after, the willingness to. Elon was found multiple times sleeping under his desk, multiple days without eating. Now, I'm not saying these things are healthy. I'm saying that's how intensely they wanted to succeed. And it brings up the question, Danelle, I was talking to Danelle last week, and that woman gets me every time. But I was talking to her last week, and she said, Glenn, what do you want to be known for? She said, what do you want to be known for? Because I was talking to her about the things that we could do marketing-wise for the dealership and things that we could do for the consulting company to bring that brand awareness to a new level, and not just investing in social by doing just paid ads, but we could invest in social the way Mr. Beast invests in social, which is he invests $1 million to make a video, knowing that video organically is going to reach hundreds of millions of people, right? So there's more than one way to invest in social media. So I was talking through all of that, and I'm like, well, we could do some breakfast for homeless people. We could give away cars. We could do treasure hunts. We could do our retreats different. I can travel to these different dealers. We can do more in-stores, all this stuff. There's a zillion things we could do. And she goes, well, Glenn, what do you want to be known for? I said, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I know what I love doing. I know I love speaking on stages. I know I love helping people change the way they start their day. I know I love giving people opportunities and growing people and inspiring people. I know those things, but what do you want to be known for? I said, I don't know. So then I hung out with my girlfriend, Chatra, right? ChatGPT, she's my girl. We spend a lot of time together in private. And I was digging and digging and digging. Yeah. Chatra's my girlfriend, yeah. It's what do you want to be known for? And so I was asking all these questions. I can pull it up. It doesn't matter. Do this real quick. Here. I'll do it this way. Do you have ChatGPT? Oh my gosh. Oh, Hannah.
Listen, I don't need all that.
I bet you do. Where you're at, I bet you there's things you're doing right now that are taking you 10 hours that could be done in 10 minutes.
Okay.
I bet.
She definitely has chat, I'll tell you that. Get her on the phone.
Okay, look, what is Jesus known for? Let's just ask that question real quick.
Where's it typing? Oh.
Let's just ask that question. What is Jesus known for? This is the kind of stuff I was doing all week. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to. In one sentence or paragraph. This is not what I want. You have a different, you have the one.
What did I tag on Blackman? Is that,
Sorry.
what email did I tag on Blackman? What's this? Should be at the bottom.
Yeah, it's not answering the way I want it to. Here, I'm gonna